IELTS writing, like I told you earlier, has two tasks, writing task 1 and writing task 2. Let's discuss about writing task 1 first. You will be presented with a graph, table, chart, or diagram and asked to describe, summarize, or explain the information in your own words. They call it report writing. You will be reporting the information. It can be in the form of a graph, it can be in the form of a table or a chart, it can be a line graph or a bar graph, it can be a pie chart, it can be a diagram, it can be anything. So whatever information will be there, we will be writing about that information, writing a kind of report on that information. All right, you may be asked to describe and explain data, describe the stages of a process, how something works, or describe an object or event. Now, any of these things can be there in writing task 1. Facts or figures presented in one or more graphs, charts, or tables on a related topic. Now, it is possible that more than one graph or charts or tables are given to answer the question. It is not always necessary that only one chart will be given, or only one graph will be given, or only one table will be given. It can be more than one as well. But the information in those graphs or charts or tables, if they are more than one, the information will be related with one another, with the topic. All right. It is not possible
Okay.
if, for example, two graphs are given, then both are speaking of different things. No, both will be like, for example, a survey is conducted and the graphs are the information of the survey is represented in form of two different graphs. Now, two aspects of the survey, two aspects of the information will be there in both the graphs. So the topic or the research survey or whatever it is, it will be same. All right.
Okay.
Or it can be a diagram of a machine, it can be a device, or a diagram of a machine or a device or a process, and the candidate is required to explain how it works. Sometimes this kind of question task 1 also has. Now, task 1, we are required to write in academic or semi-formal or neutral style. It should be academic style, it should be semi-formal, or it can be neutral, but it cannot be informal style of writing. All right.
Okay.
And in part 1, we have to include only the most important information, or the most relevant points in the diagram, in the table or in the chart. Some minor details or minor points can be left out. We can skip those minor details.
Okay.
We have to spend around 20 minutes on this task. Like I told you in the beginning that we have 60 minutes for writing, complete writing 2 tasks, and around 20 minutes will be spent on task 1 and 40 minutes will be spent on task 2. If, for example, some candidates, let's say they spend more time on task 1, then definitely if they do this, they will have less time for task 2. All right. And
Yes.
task 1 carries less weightage in terms of score. When they calculate the band score, task 1 carries less weightage. This is to be remembered. It means that we should not spend more than 20 minutes in any way on task 1. All right.
Okay.
And we are required to write at least 150 words, and we will be penalized if answer is too short. Like I told you, 150 words is the minimum requirement. We cannot write less than that. If we write less than 150 words, then our score will be deducted or marks will be affected. We can definitely write more than 150 words, but again, writing too long task 1 will affect our capacity to write task 2. So we should not write too long, but we should, at the same time, we should not write less than 150 words. Is that clear?
Okay.
All right, now task 1 again, we will be penalized for irrelevant if the response is off topic. If we are writing something that is not related with the chart, if we are writing something that is not related with the graph or any information that is given in the question, we are writing something different, or we are writing something, anything that is off topic, that is far from the topic, then we will be penalized. Means our score will be reduced for this. Or if we do not write full connected text, for example, if we use, if we write in bullet points, then our score will be reduced. Or if we write in note form, we have to write complete, connected, coherent, organized text. Because like we said earlier, it should be academic, formal, semi-formal, and neutral style. If we write in, let's say, bullets or notes, that will be kind of informal writing, but it cannot be called formal or academic writing. And if we do that, if we write in bullets or notes, then our score will be reduced. And we will be penalized for plagiarism. You know, plagiarism means copying from any other source, copying someone else's work. If they get a hint that the candidate has copied the answer, then definitely they will be severely penalized, and it means that their score will be greatly reduced.
Okay.
What does this type of task assess? Ability to identify the most important and relevant information and trends in a graph, chart, table, or diagram. Now they want to see that if they want to see that whether the candidates can identify the most important and relevant information in